Welcome to a special episode of We'll Get to It After Hours.
After Hours. As you heard from the little jingle that we put.
Or...
No, we're going to put it.
Okay, yeah.
We got to put it.
Yeah, so it's literally 11:30 at night on a Sunday.
Yeah.
We normally do these 11:30 on a Monday.
It's true.
But, I don't know, just something about it felt... This feels like cool, you know? This feels like a little jazzy. Like, this feels like we're out past, you know, we're out late.
I might add a little bit of royalty-free jazz music underneath what we're doing right now. Just a little bit.
Yeah. This is freeform. This is jazz. This is. There's no topic. There's no anything. I know we promised a chicken bake-a-thon, but this is a little filler.
Yeah, because a couple things popped up, so we're not able to do the chicken bake-a-thon right now.
Yeah. We weren't even sure if we were going to be able to do the podcast, really.
But we can pre-record the chicken bake-a-thon.
We could pre-record the chicken bake-a-thon.
And then, so we could do it in more
we could put more
contemporary time for us.
Yeah. Because normally, this is like as close to live as we can get right now.
Yeah.
Which is literally, we finish, we're done with it, we put it in the thing, and then we upload it within like 30 minutes to an hour. Literally,
we record it, I edit it, throw it in. Joe gets it named.
Yeah.
We come up with some stuff, and then we get it uploaded. Yeah. Oh, we now have the... Did you see that we fully changed the logo?
I love the new logo.
It's wonderful.
I think it's great.
Let me look at it real quick again.
Great.
I'm very happy with it. We also have the old version that he did too, that he gave us as well.
Yeah, we have both versions. Yeah, no, I'm really happy with the new logo we have now.
Me too.
It's you know, that first logo we made, we kind of cranked it out, and
I used to and I didn't tell anybody this, I guess. Well, you were there. Yeah. But in terms of like for the audience, I used like an internet generator? Like template generator.
Yeah.
And then I just photoshopped our faces onto it.
We like he pixelated our faces. Was it a filter or did you do that?
I did that.
Okay, yeah. So he did that.
I mosaicked us.
He mosaicked us, and then he put it, and it was it was our logo for the longest time, but I think we've always said, hey, when we get money, we're gonna change that, and so now we finally did.
Now we did, and but now the "we'll get to it" actually has an apostrophe, so now it's not it. Little inside baseball, it always said "well get to it."
Yeah,
because the thing that we used didn't have like special characters, so I couldn't put an apostrophe. I was like, no one will tell.
Yeah,
no one will tell.
Bothered me for 4 years.
Now it's good.
Yeah. 3 years? 4 years. Who cares?
Yeah, who's to say?
We only got 1 year anniversary, but we've been around for a while. I think about that a lot.
That's very funny.
Yeah. So this is gonna be our you know, I know lately we've kind of been a little bit more relaxed with what we do.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm kind of okay with that. You know, I you know, this is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be fun.
We're having fun. We're having fun.
We're having fucking fun. And so we're gonna be cool. We're gonna be discreet. What's your favorite R&B artist, Ark?
My favorite R&B artist?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about cool things.
Ooh, what about Belle Biv DeVoe?
Oh, classy.
Thank you.
It's not an artist. It's Bill, Bev, and DeVoe.
Belle Biv and DeVoe.
Yeah, whatever.
Who's Bill? Bill, Bev, and DeVoe. They're artists though. They're a group.
They're pretty good. I like Bill, DeVoe.
Let's look at what's some cool things we can talk about. You like artists? You like artists?
Yeah.
Or you like?
Yeah. How do I like art?
You like Usher?
I love Usher. I think Usher is great. I think maybe he's weird now.
Usher, baby, really?
I don't know. Does he got?
Tell Al Green to pass the grits.
Al Green still. I love Al Green.
Why does Ice Cube say tell Al Green to pass the grits?
I don't know.
His newest song.
I don't know.
Al Green, pass the grits. If you haven't, grits with a Z.
There's a really cool picture.
Oh, there's like a story about him with some hot grits.
Oh, he was attacked in his bathtub.
All right.
This is not a cool thing. This is not a cool thing.
Oh.
This is not a cool thing.
Ice Cube, why would you do that?
Oh, that's crazy, Ice Cube.
Oh, man.
That's not... Hey, Ice Cube, not cool.
Man. Cool like ice.
Okay, what was I gonna say? There's a really funny picture on the internet where there was a Walgreens, and then the W came off, and then it said Al Green's.
Whoa.
And then people went, somebody get Al Green on the horn right now. And he drove and posed in front of it. And then people were like, this is how I find out Al Green is still alive.
Oh.
And he's a reverend.
Reverend Al Green?
Yeah.
I thought it was Reverend Al Sharpton.
What the fuck are you...
Is Al Sharpton a reverend as well?
Yeah, but they're two different people.
I didn't know Al Green was a reverend.
Yeah. 79 years young, him.
What?
Look at that.
Oh. Damn, I can't believe the grits thing was that he got attacked with hot grits.
It's not cool.
Oh, man.
I'm so in love with you.
Now, Joseph.
Whatever you wanna do is alright with me. Yeah.
We used to do this every podcast. We do the what you doing?
What you doing?
Yeah, what you up to?
What am I doing? Well, this is kind of a you and me thing. We've started doing this together. We've been watching samurai pictures.
Dude.
Some Kurosawa flicks.
We started with Yojimbo.
Great movie. Fantastic movie.
Very good.
Now, I absolutely love it.
It was really good. Like, it holds up really well.
Yeah.
The motherfucker. Like, okay. For a little insight to, like, for women to men. Because we have a decent amount of, like, female listenership.
Yes.
And we appreciate it. And also non-binaries or people that don't identify as male.
Shout out.
Now, here's a little insight into the dumb dude brain. Yeah. The movie opens with him just like walking through like walking down a path like in a field and stuff.
Like it's I don't want to say wheat because it's probably not, but like some wheat.
Yeah, it looks like wheat fields.
Like tall grass.
Yeah,
tall grass.
And he's like, there's like a little beaten path that he's kind of like following roughly, and then it splits in like 3 directions. Yeah. Now every guy in his head, I guarantee you, every like just boneheaded male just watching this, they see the scene of him looking down all 3 of these different lanes to go. What path should I take? He doesn't make the choice. He grabs a stick that has like a distinct point to it, tosses that bitch in the air, lets it land, and he walks in the direction that the stick is pointing. Yeah. How beautiful is that?
It just speaks. It's such a cool fucking scene. The moment we saw that scene, I think we paused it.
Yeah,
like, we paused it because of how cool it was.
It's so fucking. It's the only thing that I'd actually known about that movie, though.
Yeah,
so I was like, whoa.
I didn't. So this is something I've always said. I'm not good with international. Like I've seen a lot of movies. I'm lacking when it comes to international stuff. I haven't seen a lot of outside of the U.S. stuff. I didn't know anything about Yojimbo going in. We're watching movies that like I know nothing of. Ark knows nothing of. Yeah, basically. And yeah, like that scene, I was like, that's so cool. This is kind of what goes back to what you're doing. I wrote a little scene, like, because I've been watching a lot of stuff about space exploration and all that stuff, and it's like how, like, that need for us humans to, like, explore, right? And, like, seek out the unknown and just kind of, like, let go of what we got right now and just go out and see things and see the world. So I wrote this little scene. It's a sci-fi thing. I wrote this little scene. It's like 2 characters. They're interacting and they're like in a starboard lounge, like stargazing lounge. So like they see the stars.
I like that.
And there's a ship in the shipyard right there. And it's the 2 of them talking. And then one of the characters goes to the other one and goes, "You ever just look out there and just want to go?" And it's them just talking about that. It's them like going like, "Well, what do you think is out there?" It's like, out there's everything. In here, we know we wake up every day. We know what's in here. We know what's after us. We know what's going on. Out there is everything. Out there is everything that is not here.
I like that.
And so it's like them 2 looking at a ship, and then like as their conversation's finishing, like the ship that they were watching like
just flies off.
Slowly, not even like a fast like hyperdrive thing. It's literally just. It's like a not sexy ship. I wrote it as like not.
It's like a trash ship.
Yeah,
like a junker.
Like not an elegant ship.
I like that.
You know, and then you fly off.
Now,
that's a little scene I wrote.
I feel like it's also very relatable for a lot of people because I know. Now, just going back to like now, this isn't specifically a dude thing. 'Cause I know. Yeah. A bunch of people always have this thought of like, just gonna go drive around.
Yeah.
It's like, where are you going? I don't know.
Yeah, I used to do that a lot.
Gonna go in a direction, maybe head towards a general area, do some stuff over there, maybe, and then go somewhere else. Fuck off somewhere else.
It's like that's north. That's east.
That's east over there.
That's west, and that's south. And
yeah.
I'm just gonna drive north.
Yeah, it depends where you're at, but like, sometimes you just gotta.
Sometimes you gotta see the ocean.
Yeah. Sometimes you go, I've never been in that area. I'm gonna go drive around there for a little bit, see what's over there.
Then you go, wow, that was bad.
Yeah. Oh, no wonder I don't go over here.
But
shit,
you went there and you saw it for yourself, and now you know, like, that's an area I don't want to go to.
Use of free will.
Exactly.
In a positive way.
Exactly.
Who's it harmed? Nobody.
Absolutely no one. You're harming yourself by not using it.
Exactly.
We're being cool today. That's what we're doing.
You've been playing some video games, right?
I have been playing some video games. I played the new RoboCop. Love RoboCop.
Oh, dude, I haven't even seen gameplay of it. Oh, no, I saw the gameplay with you, I think, but
yeah, love it.
Steam.
Yeah, it's just great. I got it for free because of PlayStation.
Oh, is it Game Pass or whatever? No, that's
yeah, essentially that.
It's PlayStation Plus, I think, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what's it called? Is it this?
Yeah.
Rogue City.
It's not even that expensive. You could crank it out in like a day, which is really funny.
That's so funny. Oh, graphics look kind of good.
Yeah. It's super slow also. Like, you literally move
at RoboCop speed.
At RoboCop
stomping.
Speed. There's so many. It's this opening level right here. You're in a lobby and like there's a bunch of punks, street gangs, you know? And then the music hits, you know, the RoboCop music, the
that's cool. Some street youths.
And then and then what's crazy is if you go New Game Plus, right? Because I went in there with the hardest difficulty.
Ooh.
Passed it. And then I kind of want to like take it easy now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so I went New Game Plus. So my character's maxed out stats, maxed out gun, and then easy difficulty. Dude, I literally felt like RoboCop.
That's so funny.
It's like, dude. Like literally bullets bouncing off of you, kill enemies.
Whoa, that's cool.
There's like panels that you can shoot that your bullets bounce off of.
Ooh. Does it like follow a story of any of the?
So it's set after the second one.
Oh, okay.
It's set after the second one, and the story's kind of like there's a person from RoboCop's past that's after him, which is the gentleman that was right there.
Oh, okay.
The person from RoboCop's past that pops up, and is kind of like fucking things up. And there's a looming police strike, which is just like a go-to beat for the RoboCop movies.
A police what?
Police strike.
Okay.
Like in the first one, that's like a big thing, is that the cops are on strike, like are about to go on strike.
Oh, were those other RoboCops, but fully Robo?
Yeah, there were other RoboCops there.
No, I suggest to everybody, if you haven't seen RoboCop, watch it.
Not the remake.
Well, you could if you want, but watch the original.
I tried watching the remake. It's.
I mean, I've seen it with you.
We have not seen that together.
They're in a apartment building and they get like stuck in there.
That's Dread. That's really good. Watch Dread. Dread is really good.
The Dread remake was good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Sorry, I haven't seen the RoboCop remake. What's the original? I've only seen that one.
Yeah, RoboCop remake is really bad.
Did you get the Alex Murphy edition?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
It's a very basic bare bones game.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. It's cool. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Getting it for free is probably nice because it is $50 without it.
I'd buy that for $1. That's a line from them.
You're right, but would you buy that for $50?
No.
That's fair. Well,
right.
I mean,
I know you've been playing a game. It's just kind of taking over a little bit.
I'm playing that drug game, Schedule 1.
There we go.
I just unlocked cocaine.
Cocaine.
Dude,
This ain't your grandfather's. We'll get to it.
I am wheeling and dealing drugs like it's nobody's business.
I've seen him play.
Did you know you to make cocaine you need gasoline?
Mm-hmm.
Did not know that.
You need gasoline. That's why it feels like gasoline when you do it.
Did not know that.
Yeah. Or like embalming fluid.
Dame más gasolina?
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Formaldehyde, I think, is thrown in there too.
I don't know. It's not I think the process in the game is pretty bare bones.
They're not gonna give you the
No.
exact process.
You put the gasoline in the cauldron, and then you put cocoa leaves.
Yeah.
I dry them first though, so they're better quality. Put the cocoa leaves in. You let it boil for 6 hours in the game or 6 minutes.
The pace.
And then you take the little like nuggets that it congeals, bake them. Then you break it up with a hammer and do a powder, make little balls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I turn that shit into bricks. I flip that shit for like 5K a brick.
Yeah. It's crazy, right?
Dude, I'm a changed man.
Yeah.
I know the wheelings and dealings of the underbelly.
Does a rival gang ever step in and you gotta...
Not yet. That's how the game starts. Is like spoiler alerts if you play Schedule 1.
Yeah.
But that's at the beginning too. You like, you do the tutorial. Your like uncle teaches you how to like sell the drugs and like sell weed and shit.
Oh, like Snowfall.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Snowfall, cool show.
But in this one, you're in an RV, and then like nighttime happens, and then your uncle's house gets raided, and the cops are there, and then you drive the RV away, and you go to this new city, and it's like, fuck, you have no money, all you have is 2 weed plants that were left.
Wow.
In your RV, and you got to make it.
You know what's crazy?
You go collect money, they blow up your RV. A rival gang blows up your RV while you're out collecting some money drops that your uncle left you. He's in prison, calling you every now and then on the payphone.
Can you put some money on his commissary?
No, I hope there's more interaction with the uncle. Put some money
in his books.
That'd be nice.
Right?
No, it's pretty straightforward after that. It's like, all right, make money, make drug.
Wow.
And the big like.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's probably someone's life.
Yeah.
Statistically speaking.
Yeah, it's definitely not zero.
Yeah.
Now the only the funny thing with the game is like. All right, now there's 2 things I want to say about the game. One is that it's fun.
The characters kind of look like South Park a little bit.
They do look a little South Parky, and the what do you call it? The big fun of the game is like making new strains of like drugs and seeing what effect it does to people.
Yeah.
So there's some that like it turns people's skin like glowing green, and it can like take away their eye, so they look like a cyclops. And then like lightning is like all around them. There's like a bunch of different like drug shit
and shenanigans
and chicanery and shenanigans. Yeah. But the guy who made the game is cringe.
Oh,
he's
not cool.
Cringe.
Would it be cool of us to talk about how not cool he is?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about
it. All right, I'm gonna just say like the first thing, and you're gonna.
Let's cool it down though. Let's take a quick second.
Okay.
You at home? Breathe in. Breathe out. Cool it down.
Hold on. Let me put a cool color on.
Yeah. Let's get a cool color going.
Hold on.
That's a little. There we go.
That's Computer, cool. Make the lights purple.
Okay.
Computer, make all the lights purple.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to say that, or else my Echo Dot won't do it. It only changes one light.
It's cool in you.
It's cool. I made the lights purple as fuck.
All right, let's talk about how cringe this guy is.
All right, so he's one of those like anti-woke gamers.
Oh, okay.
And it really pisses me off because the game is actually fun.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: he got into beef with like I forget who makes. I think he was like shit talking Ubisoft or Bethesda.
Ubisoft. Who makes who? What game are you?
Assassin's Creed. I think it's Ubisoft.
That's Ubisoft, yeah.
So
Ubisoft.
Not right now. Not in Cool Time.
No.
Wait, no. In Cool Time, you are soft.
Yeah.
You're liquid. You're mellow. You flow.
You're flowing.
Nothing rigid.
There's blood flow going down there, but it's not doing nothing.
No, it's not doing nothing. Yeah. No.
That increased.
He got into beef with Ubisoft, saying like, "Oh, your games are woke, da da da, this and that. I hate having woke stuff in games." Yeah. And so like Ubisoft, like they actually tweeted like back at him, I guess, and they like kind of like shit on him. I'm like, yeah, good.
Dude, the Ubisoft social media thing is kind of crazy.
Are they active?
They shit talked Elon Musk.
Sick, I love that. And that's the other thing is that guy's like an Elon Musk head too. Okay. I fucking hate it, dude.
See, what I hate about that is that then you have to look at this what I'm about to say is cool. When you find something like that, like an uncool dude, you start looking at the cool product in an uncool way.
Yeah.
And you start going like, there's got to be something here that.
There is like there is like a thing in the game that like you look at it and you're like, oh, that's kind of weird. Yeah. One of the effects in the game is called Tropic Thunder. And it's a reference to the movie Tropic Thunder, where Robert Downey Jr. is doing blackface.
Not cool.
It's very not cool. And in the game, if you give someone like weed that has the Tropic Thunder effect, it changes their skin color. Oh. Now, if they're white, they turn black. If they are black, they turn white.
Oh, that's
and like that. I was like, oh, that's weird. And then like you learn about who that guy is, and then you're like, oh, I don't like that. So now everything I make it so it doesn't have that in it because I'm like, I hate that. That's stupid.
Yeah. Tropic Thunder, by the way, the blackface, not cool, despite how much everyone says it's cool.
Yeah, it's crazy. Cool. They're like, no, he's doing it. And they're doing it as a way to like make fun of people that do blackface because they think, oh, it's crazy. It's like, or you could just like not do that. Yeah. That doesn't have to be a main thing in the movie, and it is. It's a big part of the movie.
What's funny is you could have just had the character get race swapped, right? Because that's a big thing. Characters getting race swapped. You could have
him like play like an Italian. I don't know.
No, you could have Italian. You could have had him be like, oh, famous like historically black person who was in Vietnam. Is not being played by a white guy. And it's not white
exactly. It does the same thing.
That's literally like a thing that happens.
Yeah.
But whatever.
It achieves the same thing.
It's not cool. Not cool. Let's go back to cool talk.
So, back to cool talk. Let's simmer a little bit.
Let's open up the bottom part of your freeze, or maybe the top part. Some people it's the side. It's a weird little side door. You know, open up the freezer section of your.
Oh yeah. I have the bottom one.
I have the top, and then the other fridge you got is a little, like a third door.
Oh.
A third of the length of the fridge.
Really?
It's just like that.
Oh. Yeah. It's 3 doors on that fridge?
No. It's like a third of the length is the.
So like most of it is fridge, and then like the little bit.
There's like
freezer.
A little sliver.
Yeah. I used to have a fridge like that actually.
Yeah.
You ever have that old shitty white fridge?
There's one in my backyard.
Yeah.
The one that's like.
I've never been in your backyard, actually. Not often.
I don't like taking people back there. There's nothing back there.
I've gone once to see the chickens. And I don't even know if that's truly the backyard.
No, that's a backyard.
Okay. I've only seen the chicken coop.
That's where where our water runoff goes. So it kind of stinks back there a little bit.
Okay.
Because we got water runoff to water the back plants.
You know what, Joe? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. They're just getting doused with like Fabuloso and
Fabuloso water.
Yeah.
Purple ass water.
Hey.
It's clean back there.
Yeah.
Well.
Some big ass mangoes come out the tree.
Oh my god.
I don't need it.
You don't. If you do, you get superpowers.
Yeah. I don't need it, but it's there.
You know what I kind of miss?
What?
It's like the era of like when superhero origin stories is like. He fell into a vat of
toxic
waste, and now
Toxic Avenger.
Well,
very cool.
Toxic Avenger is cool and ugly.
Yeah.
But like it's like he got bit by a radio, whatever. Yeah. Like Spider-Man's origins, they got bit by a spider.
Yeah.
Now what they try to do nowadays is they go like.
Oh, it was like a destiny.
It was an interconnected web of thing, which is like, it can build beautiful stuff and all that.
Yeah.
It's like, sometimes you just need a character that's like...
Yeah. Like, that's why I've always liked the comic book character Booster Gold. Now, the character is uncool.
Uh-huh.
Like, in the sense that he's literally, like, lame. He's
I've heard of Booster Gold.
He's lame. But what's cool about the character is that he's just a guy from the future. He's a security guard at a museum of superheroes, and he finds like this technology, like this little sphere right here that gives him a bunch of cool powers. Like he's got like a ton of future gadgets.
I like that.
Right, and he just goes, "All right, I'm gonna go back in time and be a superhero."
That's funny. So he just has like an orb. It's like zapping this guy's foot.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
And like what's funny is like he starts off as like this jock like, oh yeah, I'm Booster Gold. I'm here to save the day. Want to take my picture? Like, he's in it for the fame and the money.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. But slowly he starts to become, like, a really noble, like, superhero. He's like, holy shit. I actually care about saving people.
Yeah. And it's like, when you start off with, like, a very simple... That's the thing I think that we're kind of missing in writing sometimes. Yeah. Is, like...
Simplicity.
We just need, like, a simple character, simple idea that you can expand on.
Yeah.
Some people get too attached to, like, everything needs to be so intricate and intricately woven, which I do think that things need to be, tied together. But you can tie simple ideas together and execute them well.
Batman was just a guy whose parents got shot in an alley.
Yeah, and then he got traumatized.
Yeah, and then he goes, I want to make people scared. What's my biggest fear? Bats. So I'm going to dress up like a bat.
You know, in this show, there's like a scene of Bruce Wayne as a kid just holding a light, like holding a candle up to his hand.
Yeah.
Every time I see that, I go, "You stupid kid."
The Gotham show makes him look like a psychopath.
He is a fucking psychopath. He holds a damn candle to his hand and he goes,
like he'll be interacting with people and then they'll leave and he'll just go
stares like blankly.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then
was the show good?
I don't remember it that much afterwards.
I think I've seen the first season of it fully.
I think it fell off and then I just did stop watching it.
I think they expanded on it and they did like Arrow? No. Who's the chief of police in that shit? Gordon?
Gordon, yeah. But he starts off as a lowly detective.
Yes. I believe they have a spin-off Gordon show.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I think so.
Because it started off as a Gordon show. It's a Gordon show.
No, not Corden. Gotham, Gordon.
Yeah, it's a
show.
No.
Were
you thinking of Pennyworth?
Pennyworth. Pennyworth. That is what I'm thinking of, actually.
Only lasted the origin of Batman's book.
Yeah, that is what I was thinking of. They did a Pennyworth spinoff. 3 seasons.
Yeah, it's weird that you're like, oh yeah, Gordon got a spinoff show. I was like, the main show's about him.
I guess you're right. It is. It's about him, and then every now and then.
Sometimes he sees Bruce Wayne doing things.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah,
I think it's weird.
Superheroes can be cool.
They can be.
Not all the time.
But you know what isn't cool? It's controversial.
Is it too controversial for cool talk?
I was gonna say, people that really like superheroes are not cool.
Yes.
You can like superheroes, and you can even like them a lot.
There's two.
But if you really like superheroes,
it's a little weird.
You need to.
There's two facets of it too. If you really like superheroes, right? Like comic books, all that stuff, you can. There's a good chance it's pretty weird.
And again, you can really like them. You can really, really like them.
But also, if you're really into superheroes, but only the versions of superheroes you see in movies and TV,
then you're also a different kind of guy. Too.
This different kind of person. Different kind of weird. Different kind of not cool.
Now, I'll also preface that by saying, I've met plenty of cool people that are really into fandoms, that go to conventions, that are really cool. And then also the same people that go to conventions, that dress up as characters, that I've spoken to, that I go, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah.
You're weird.
He goes, yeah, I was like, oh, cool, you're Thor. He goes, I'm Thor, but I'm Thor from the amazing, the spectacular Thor run, where he was technically Thor, but he was Loki at this. I was like, shut the fuck up and just take the goddamn compliment.
Can I? I don't know if this will spoil cool time.
Go ahead.
Can I tell you a story about when I first went to Anime Expo?
Let's take a quick breather.
Good.
All
right. Cool. This is gonna be really uncool.
Okay.
All right. 2018, I went to Anime Expo for the first time.
Year before I met you.
I was 18 years old.
18.
I believe. Yeah, I was about to turn 19. I was 18 years old though. I was walking around the convention center. Yeah. I think I was with my friend Angel. And
stepped on your toes.
It's okay. We were in a section where a lot of like the gaming and stuff was, like new card games coming out, like the like new games that they're like showing off and all that stuff.
Right.
I had a chance to play the newest Kingdom Hearts, I think, before it came out, but the line was too long, so I didn't get in it.
You had the chance, but you didn't take it.
I had the chance, I didn't take it. But I saw the gameplay. I was like, oh, cool. It was the first look, too.
So you literally went, line too long? I'm out.
I'll just watch on the screen real quick. All right, that's enough.
That's kind of cool.
That is cool. You know, it's not cool. Yeah. While I was standing on the side, a person in a furry suit was walking past.
Okay.
And they like stopped next to us, and they were like chilling. And I think I said something to Angel. I was like, "Is that a furry?" And he goes, "That is a furry. Oh, that's so funny." And I was like, "I've never seen a furry before." And I was like, "I bet I can get a hug from him."
You said this?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
So I went. I said, "Can I get a hug?" And then they went, and I did that. I was like, "Can I get a hug?" And then they're like, oh, sure. And then I start going in. And then as I'm going in, they go, but I'm kind of sweaty. And then I hugged and I went, oh. And I went, it's okay. And I hugged their sweaty furry suit. And then I stopped talking. I was like, bye, have a good day. And then they went, you too. And I walked back to Ansel. I was like, that was the worst decision I could have made.
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
I felt...
That's not cool when you're in.
I know. I hugged a furry.
Yeah. Sweaty
a
furry.
Sweaty furry.
You know what? You know what they said probably when you walked away? It's like, oh, some special guy came up to me and I gave him a little hug.
That's a future furry right there.
Yeah. Special little guy.
No, dude. I think I pretty distinctly remember they were a wolf, but they were like their own fursona. So it was a wolf with like a red like lumberjack cardigan, you know?
Cool.
Like blue jeans.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, whatever t-shirt. But like they were like clearly like a Midwestern like wolf.
Like a lumberjack.
Like a lumberjack wolf.
Like Teen Wolf type beat.
Not Teen Wolf, but just like they were a gray wolf.
Was it like a bright colored furry suit? Like, or was it like...
No, it was like a like gray and black, I think.
Huh.
I kind of don't remember that too. That was years ago.
But did it have the goofy looking mask, or did it have like a...
It was a full on fursuit.
Okay.
Yeah, full on.
Like, what I mean is, like, was the face cartoony, or was it like a wolf?
No, like cartoony, like proper fursuit.
Okay.
Like proper furry.
Right.
Yeah.
Could have just been a dude being a werewolf, but then I went...
No. It was full fursuit, fursuit, like proper. Like thousands of dollars fursuit.
Right.
You ever met a furry?
Yeah, a lot, actually. In college.
A lot?
Yeah, there's a lot of furries in college.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure I've met some as well
at
college, but like in suit. You know?
In suit, no.
In suit? Okay.
Never in suit.
Now, I worked with children in for my past job now. This is funny to say. At one of the schools I used to work at, one of the students, a couple of students, they would come to school every day. Yeah. Wolf ears on. Mm-hmm. Gloves with paws. Yeah. Like furry like paws on them. And a tail. Yeah. Did you know kids like that at school?
At school? So see...
You went to different kinds of schools.
I went to different kinds of schools.
So I don't know if that would have ever...
But there's always like the off bunch. Like, it doesn't matter what school...
The off bunch.
Doesn't matter what school you go to. There's always someone out there. There's always the kids who hang.
There's always the fringes.
There's always someone who hangs under the staircase. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or under the bleachers or whatever.
That's where all the fucking goes down.
I never hung out under the bleachers. Nah, I was not cool in high school or
but
middle school.
Cool right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
So we didn't have your traditional furry per se, but because when I was in school, it was like 2016 to like I started high school like 2012.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like that was developing. It wasn't big yet.
Okay.
You know? But there are some kids where I would look at them and I'd go off. You know?
Well, you know what? It was big because furries have kind of been a thing since like the early 2000s, maybe even longer. I don't know the full origins, but when I was in middle school or like elementary school, the kids at my school, let's say I was in like 3rd or 4th grade, I remember the 8th graders at the time, and they're like 5 years older than us or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And they were like gonna be going into high school, and I remember the like.
There was like
black and white checkered belts, the fedoras, the suspenders.
I do remember all that.
But then I also remember distinctly seeing people with like animal ears every now and then.
You know what? That was like the beginning inklings around middle school. It was within the groups that were like wearing the checkered belts and the swag people. Yeah. There were people with like dog ears or whatever.
Yeah.
Within that, you know. So
yeah, because like that was like an internet culture thing that was starting to brew. I wonder if that's like the first like signs of like internet culture influencing like
the mainstream.
Yeah. Because like before that, you have like, like chat rooms.
That's true.
And like MySpace eventually, and then like all that stuff. But visual, I don't know. I talk with like Christina and stuff about it, like with how like the chokehold that the Hunger Games had on our generation. I remember the girls busting out the ponytails and the plaid shirts.
The this everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's such a. That's why like. I wasn't against it. I was like, teach their own. But that's why I was never a big Hunger Games person.
I loved Hunger Games.
I didn't watch the first Hunger Games. Maybe like 2 years ago.
I think Hunger Games is the reason why I'm into ponytails. Does it for me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
No,
I like a good ponytail.
I knew that about you. Yeah. You're a freak.
Oh god. It's because I'm a horse girl.
Yeah. Look, you're the furry. Yeah.
No.
You're a horse furry.
Oh god.
Bronies.
Bronies.
I think
brony culture.
I think if you were a brony, that's how I would see. I did know a couple people who were
bronies
growing up.
I also did.
Yeah,
dude. There's a kid I knew. He taught me what clopping was.
Don't.
Anyways, look it up if you want.
Yeah.
On incognito tab.
Yeah.
Yeah. He taught me what that was. Also, same kid who played Minecraft, like early version of Minecraft.
Oh yeah, you've told me about
the first versions of Minecraft.
Yeah.
He was like, oh,
can I talk about a cool kid in my school?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a really cool guy, and I think Nah, I'm not gonna get into that.
All right, never mind.
No. Like I was gonna say a whole thing, but he was a really cool guy. So he was a dude who I grew up with. Like we went through probably the same. We went elementary, middle school, high school, right? You know how there's just those people in your lives that were like everywhere, and then suddenly they're not there no more.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of like that. What's really cool about him is like I knew him since I was young, but he would talk like Rocky Balboa.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
He wore leather jackets. He had the Rocky hat, not a fedora. It was a little bit bigger than a fedora, like it had a wider type brim.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he always wore like fingerless gloves. And I just remember like because I love Rocky. I think it's one of my favorite movies. I gotta start my Rocky rewatch soon. And yeah, I just remember going.
What's this era called? Like Pony Boy?
Oh, that's the Outsiders.
The Outsiders? What era is that?
That's like the fifth. What do you mean? What era? Hold on.
Like of what do you call like the boys of like that time?
So in the movie, they're like in the 50s.
Roughnecks.
In the movie, they're like in the 50s. They're like greasers.
Greasers. Was he like greaser coated a little bit?
No, but I knew people who were greaser coated.
Really?
Yeah, there was a lot of people who were greaser. I was a little greaser coated.
You're a little greaser?
Not fully, but yeah. Like I didn't have the pompadour or anything like that, or the bomber jacket, but I rocked the white shirt with the jeans. You know, but yeah, no, like he literally, it's the scenes where Rocky is broke and he doesn't have money is what this guy dressed like all the time.
Okay, gotcha.
And he was a really cool dude, and I hope he's doing well.
Shout out. I'm
not gonna say your name because
I
don't want people to know you.
Safety.
Yeah.
I don't want people to know you.
You're my own little nugget of cool. There
you go.
You exist in my head, and everyone else who went to school with you. But yeah, he was a really cool dude.
See, everybody's got to know someone cool.
Yeah. Coolest guy you know.
Coolest guy I know?
Yeah. And let's be a little uncool here, and I'm gonna put a rule on you. Can't be something cheesy like it's you, buddy. Not like.
Nah, I wasn't thinking that.
All right.
I gotcha.
I was thinking that. Like unironically coolest guy you know.
Unironically, the coolest guy I know.
Yeah.
I have a different gauge for what I find cool.
Just your gauge.
I tend to find like people that are like genuine to be very cool.
Yeah.
So like if I see a person, I'm gonna try and also like stray away from like celebrities.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody can like just attach it to a celebrity. He was like a local celebrity for your guy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, sounds like it. You know the way you talked about him.
Oh no, I thought he was really cool.
There you go.
I don't know if everyone else shared that sentiment. Chances are they didn't.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't. You know what? I did have a friend. I'll say his name. It's fine. I had a friend in middle school. His name was Xavier, because I still talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, that guy's cool.
Nice.
He kind of greasered it up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
So greasers are just cool, I guess.
I guess so. There is like a kind of like.
It's just a universally cool.
Dude, just like a little black leather jacket that's so tight you can't button it up.
Yeah.
A little white T-shirt underneath and
popped collar a little bit.
Popped collar. Some nice blue worker jeans.
I don't care, but also I styled and combed my hair.
Exactly.
It's something about it.
It's like, fuck you, bitch. Also, while I'm talking to you, I'm gonna comb my hair.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Is this a switchblade? No, it's a comb.
You know what's not cool?
It's switchblade combs.
All right, so this isn't me doing this uncool thing, but I was right next to it when it happened.
Uh-huh.
And I think I got caught in the whirlwind of trouble.
Oh shit!
But like, once I explained it, they kind of went, like, you're not in trouble, but you know, whatever. There's a switchblade combs, right? Were a pretty big thing.
Press a little button,
and it's
instead of a knife, it's a comb.
Yeah, and we used to, you give a 14-year-old the switchblade comb. What are they gonna do? I'm gonna stab you.
Yeah.
Someone did. One of my friends at the time in middle school, shithead. We were shitheads. Went up to someone he didn't know, and goes, "Give me your shit."
Oh my god.
And then so the switchblade, they're pretty cheap.
Yeah, they're fucking flimsy.
But the switchblade comb that he had like a metal.
Oh.
Like the comb part.
Yeah.
Had like a metal like bracket on top of it.
Oh, okay.
Like metal lining.
Yeah.
And so when he did that, there was like a glint.
Oh,
and shit. So the kid, right, for like a split, like for like a good second, was like, "That's a real knife." And so when he went like that, like to comb his hair, to go like, "I'm just joking," right? He went, "Oh, he just ran a real knife through his head," and so the kid ran and called the teacher. And I was
what a freak that would have been. Yeah. You fucking bust out a knife, or someone busts out what you think is a knife, and then they carve their own skull with it.
And so I saw the kid run, and I go, and this is probably not cool of me. I went, "Where's he going?" And then I see him frantically knocking like on the door.
You're like, "Oh shit!"
I don't know what the fuck's the matter with him. It's just a brush. I think I maybe said that out loud. I went, "It's just a brush," and then the door opens and the teacher comes out. And then he fucking.
You got a knife.
He had a knife, and then so. Once in the school, he got a knife, pretty big thing. The moment we heard that, it was kind of like a.
Yeah.
And we were outside campus.
Yeah. Okay.
And so it's like, and there was a circle, like 4 or 5 guys. Kind of like this rough and tumble.
Ooh, this little group of greasers.
Yeah.
Is that Jeremy Renner?
Is this AI?
Hold on, let me open image in new tab. Oh, that is AI generated, maybe.
That's weird. Anyways.
Oh, we'll talk about it after.
Yeah. Anyways, so fucking, there's a circle. There's people like, we're surrounded, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting caught up in this thing. Fucking security comes in and goes, "There's a knife." But yeah, and I gotta sit there and explain. One, it's not my thing. I don't know why I'm being dragged into this, and 2,
was it your comb?
It's not my. It's not mine. No.
Whose was it?
It was like one of the kids that got the guy who did the thing. It was his comb and fucking.
Oh, the guy that did it. That was his comb.
Yeah.
Stupid idiot.
And so yeah. Pretty uncool.
Well, I'm trying to see if this is.
Why are you AI generating art in the moment?
No, I'm not AI generating art. I'm trying to detect if an image. I'm trying to see if this picture that we pulled up is AI.
AI is not cool.
Check image. Not likely. Okay, we're good.
All right, I didn't. I don't know.
Oh, it's from Mafia 2.
Good game, cool game.
Hold on, I'm so itchy now.
Why are you itchy? Itching's not cool.
I don't know. It's the heat.
It is the heat.
Okay, hold on.
It's starting to get hot.
It's really warm out now.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Not
just
cool.
hot. Now, Joseph.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing.
Yeah. Hit me with it.
I was like trying to think on like, did I know anybody cool back then?
Yeah.
I went to school with a bunch of nerds. So like,
my high school was a little nerdy.
it was just like nerds. And the only like cool people that I saw, like, I like think back on it, I'm like, they were just like wannabe gangsters, bro. Like wannabe, and like, so when I think on it, even back then I didn't think they were cool. I just thought they were mean. And then so like when I think about it like later on in life, when I was like, I didn't like that person, I was like, it's not because they were like trying to pretend to be a gangster. It's because they were trying to just be an asshole.
Yeah.
I was like, there's one dude, really gross guy. I won't say his name, but he would like do and say like really overtly sexual stuff to like a lot of the other female students. I was like, what the fuck?
Was he the guy that would show you his gum?
No. That was in high school.
Oh, okay.
That guy was funny. Shout out my boy.
Explain what it.
Well,
do you want to? Would that be cool to?
I won't say his name, but yeah, there was this friend that we had in high school, and he would like walk up to you and go, "Oh, dude, I think I sat in some gum," and then you go, "Huh, really?" He goes, "Yeah," and then like he's like, "Look, there's like gum stuck on my leg," and then he'd like show it, and he'd like pull the skin of his balls out of his pants and show you his ball sack skin. And he goes, I sat in some gum. And we're like, ugh. And so everybody said, should we show you our gum? That was it. He did that a lot. And then a lot of people started doing that too.
Nice.
Dude, when I think about that shit, and I think about like when people say like, oh, this generation's so cooked. And I just think about like what the fuck we did. I'm like, bro, today's kids, to my knowledge, are not fucking show each other their nutsack skin. So, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think about...
Oh, shit.
I think about, like, me growing up. We used to just run fades for no reason.
Just fight?
We used to just fight for no reason. There was literally... the last fight I think I ever had in school was this one guy. He was, like, a boxer. And I told him about how I beat this one guy up. And he was like, "Hey, I beat that guy up too. You think like can we swap blows real quick?" And I went like, "Right now?" And he's like, "Yeah, show me your technique." And so we had like a spar session, I guess, in the bathroom. I had terrible technique.
Just fighting in the bathroom.
Yeah, we were just fighting in the bathroom. And because he was a boxer. Like, well, he wasn't a boxer, but he boxed.
He knew how to box. Yeah.
Yeah, he had technique, and he goes, "Oh, no, you're all sloppy." And I was like, all right.
That's nice of him.
I was like,
check your technique.
I was like, all right, I'm not in a gang or anything, so I don't need to run fades like that.
Now, here's the difference between that generation and our generation. That still happens. People just fight in the bathroom for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Now people are like, oh, let's record on our phone and upload it. Other than that, there's the brain rot epidemic, right?
Yeah.
Of like the online culture that just spills out into the real world.
Yeah.
When we were younger, there was brain rot. There's definitely brain rot. I can't tell you how many times I said Ermagerd burbles and like
bacon.
I must go. My people need me.
Yeah.
All the I can't have cheeseburger, all that shit. No, that's very millennial coded, but I also did grow up with that stuff. A bunch of people did. It was just
I grew up with that stuff.
Nyan Cat, all that shit.
There was people walking around with Nyan Cat fucking backpacks.
Wharf stash, that whole thing. But here's the thing: is we had that brain rot, but it was like separate, There was internet life, and then there was online life. And those things, maybe you'd reference things every now and then.
Yeah.
But now what's going on is that a lot of brain rot is like phrases and words, and it's getting itself into like the lexicon of everyday life.
It's easier for it to slip in.
And so I was talking to somebody, and they were like, yeah, I'll just like hear kids talking, and every sentence out of their mouth in a whole conversation is a reference to something online or a video reference.
Yeah.
And it's like, I noticed that too with my friends and me as well.
Yeah.
It's like the way we talk is different now. It's like we'll be talking, and I'll just go la 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 lava chicken.
Well, that's just because it's a stim for you.
I'm stimming, but it's like you'll be talking to a kid, and then the kid will be like, he'll go, "Where's your math homework?" And it's like, I almost went so millennial coder. I almost went, bruh. But it's like, like everything
but
they say is like,
they do go.
My skibbity homework.
Yeah. What Sigma? My homework?
What the Sigma? You mean my homework? You have no huzz. It's like, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
So it's like stuff like that where it's like everything out of their mouth is that. And you know what, Joe? That's not cool.
It's not cool.
We got to be able to separate the internet and real life.
Well, it's also, think about it when we were growing up. It's like, I didn't have like a good computer growing up.
Yeah.
So it's like, what I watched on YouTube was like on my phone, And YouTube at that time, I know that Shorts is the big thing now, but YouTube back in the days, like mid 2010s or whatever, it was long form content.
Dude.
Long stuff.
I watched a lot of long form content.
Yeah.
Hour-long videos, 2-3 hour-long videos I would watch.
Yeah. It would be almost unheard of. It's crazy that if you were to plug someone from like a YouTuber from 2010 and go, "Hey, you remember Vine? Do that instead. Like, trust me. Just always do that."
They think you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Like 6-second videos. How are you making money off of that? Yeah. Which they didn't because it was Vine and no one made money. They were making
no money. But it's like, trust me. Like, I know it looks like it failed. Trust me.
Keep doing it.
Fine tune it.
Yeah.
I'll literally go. King Batch is still making money.
He's making good money. Well, also he's pivoted.
Yeah.
Well, does he still make like probably still makes like comedy Instagram videos?
Yeah.
But like at the same time, he's also like he's acting now, and he's in like advertisements.
He's in like the Walking Dead show or something.
There you go. Oh my God.
He's got residual checks from that.
There you go. He's making money.
I think we blew out the mic.
That's fine. And here's even to speak on that too. I worked on a podcast for a company, and the guests that they got for this podcast being made by this, like well-known brand, they got this dude that was just popular on Vine.
Yeah.
And then he pivoted to Instagram, and hearing that person talk about his upbringing, it kind of annoyed me a little bit because he was really popular on like Mexican TikTok and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you right now, not cool. Like that early form of those like Vine and stuff, because a lot of it was just race baiting.
Yes.
It's 6 seconds. How can I engage people? Put on a really stereotypical Mexican voice.
And then
my name is Juan, and I'm mowing the lawn. Yes. Oh no, I sleep, and I'm falling.
And then you do like
that's literally. I'm pretty sure that's a Vine.
You're probably like bang on.
Yeah.
But here's okay. So this is gonna annoy you too. Yeah. Also, not cool.
Not cool.
Watch this or check this out. This guy.
Yeah.
He's talking about they were interviewing him basically and being like, oh well, like how did you get your start? Like what separated you from other people? I hate when people ask that online of like, how did you get big? It's like it's luck. It's luck. Yeah. It's literally luck. It doesn't matter. You can put in all the effort to increase your odds.
Yeah.
Of like grasping that 5 seconds of fame or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like you put in more effort, and because you have that like effort already put in, people like maybe gravitate towards it more. But you gotta get lucky.
Yeah.
And this guy, they're like, oh well, what did you do before like internet? He's like, first he said he was like, oh, when I was in high school, I was on the football team, and I was a really good football player. I was a running back. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, that's really cool. And he's like, and I was he was like, I was gonna be big. He was like, I was gonna be in the NFL. He's like, that was in my mind. He's like, only go to the NFL. That was the only option, and that meant to me that was the only thing that I was gonna do. That was real. And he's like, and then I got injured. Right. And then he's like, and then I couldn't make it, which I hear often. Yeah. And then it was like, and then it's like, oh, what did you do after that? Oh, I was a security guard.
Can't find my phone. Not cool.
I think it's in the other room.
Yeah.
But so he's like, I was a security guard after that.
Right.
And then he was like, I was a security guard for a while, and then Vine came out, and then I was like, nah, this is how I'm gonna make it. And then he was like, and then I hustled and I grinded. I was making 5 videos every day, coming up with ideas, making videos every day.
Just
like
flooding the.
Yeah, but then I'm like, okay, yeah, you're putting in work to like make stuff, Vines were 6 seconds long.
Yeah.
That's 30 seconds of content you made a day that, even being generous, maybe it takes you
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
45 minutes.
You're pumping out 5 of these fucking TikToks or Vines a day. Yeah. It's like, you're not spending more than a few hours doing that.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, that's like, spending a few hours every day, like trying to like making better content.
Also, I think there was a couple people on Vine who would like be really dedicated to it.
Yeah, and they put a lot of work into their shit. Like Danny Gonzalez.
Yeah.
He had a lot of editing and stuff in his videos.
The guy who did the fucking the weird transitions. Like, he'll be talking to you and goes, yeah, we're talking here, and it turns out like it was a portrait.
Oh, Zach King.
Him.
Yeah, he still makes videos like that too.
Yeah, and he's still got it.
Yeah, he does.
Still gets me. I still pop.
A lot of. I've learned a little bit about those videos. I'm like, oh shit, they're really good at CG.
Yeah.
Really good CGI artists.
But, anyways.
So go back to that guy. Like, just hearing that guy talk about like how he made it big and stuff, I was like, oh, it really is just like. You gotta get lucky.
Yeah.
And then at some point, I think you kind of delude yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
And
I think you're right about that.
Because I was like, and again, it was off the back of like making content that related to like being Mexican. Yeah. Where it's like that's not being. I'm pretty sure like some of the videos were like, when your mom's making chiles,
and then the whole house is smoking.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah. It was like, oh, that's the punchline. The thing, short form content, punchline. That's all it is. Yeah. There's no setup. It's just punchline.
And staying on the not cool thing.
Okay.
Just for I think a big gripe that I have with things, this applies to all cultures, not just Mexican culture, which is mine. Mm-hmm. We can talk about our stuff without it having to be funny. We can make stories based on our culture and our things. Doesn't have to be a comedy every single fucking time.
Yeah. You
look at Hispanic shows today, almost every single one of them is like a comedy.
Oh, interesting.
Like a comedy or a fucking or whatever,
Yeah.
And it's kind of a little annoying to me because those comedies are never fucking original.
No, and it's always the same joke that they make usually.
Always the same joke. It's like, I watched the George Lopez show in the 2000s.
Yeah.
I've seen and even the George Lopez show, like, he realized, like, oh, yeah, my stand-up is a lot of, like, that race comedy, right?
Yeah.
So he switches it up in the fucking, in the show. The show is, like, he's wacky, and he says wacky things.
But then, like, I feel like the good part of that show is, like, when it leaves that for a little bit and things get serious.
Yeah.
They put that stuff in it. Pretty good moments.
Yeah.
I'm kind of, I don't know. I think that you can poke fun, especially if it's your own, like, perceived and, like, experienced things with your own culture. It's like, yeah, there's, like, some silly things that, for me, like, Middle Eastern people do that I see that I'm like, that's funny.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's when you see someone that's like in your own like ethnic group that is making content poking fun of that stuff, but they are literally doing the most stereotypical like boilerplate shit, like how you were saying with like the Mexican dudes just putting on the voice and like
literally the guy that popped into my head. It was Juan the gardener or whatever.
Yeah.
That guy, he's never fucking welcome in my house.
I know, dude, and
he set us back fucking because the thing about it, right? It's kind of like Dave Chappelle, not cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Dave Chappelle, the reason he had a big show in the 2000s and he left.
Mm-hmm.
He left because he goes, I started realizing that I was saying things from a black perspective and putting it my spin on it, making it funny.
Yeah.
I was realizing that people weren't paying attention to the funny part. They focused on the black part.
And then they're like, oh, that's black people do that.
Yeah. And they would use that. And
it's basically being used as ammo or like
to make fun of
black people.
Not Dave Chappelle's funny because he did that. Oh, black people are funny.
He was making it for black people, and then like
it got co-opted,
and then turned into another form of like racism,
like ignorance and
ignorance. Yeah,
same thing with the Boondocks. Same thing with all those shows. And so when I saw when I would see that growing up, I would think that, oh, it's funny.
You know, I do know a lot of white people that really like the Boondocks.
Is
that a red flag? When like a white person really likes the Boondocks, you're like, that white person definitely still says the N-word behind closed doors.
Yeah, it can be. I think, I you know, we're not black, so I can't. I don't know if it is.
We're not.
But what's it called? I think it is. For me, I'm just gonna say every white person that I've known that's seen the Boondocks and loves the Boondocks, I've heard them say the N-word.
Definitely say the N-word. Yeah.
At least once.
I was never a Boondocks kid.
It was on an Adult Swim. It was after Family Guy, so I would watch it.
It was on a little too late for me. Every now and then I would sometimes.
No, it wasn't even after Family Guy. It was like after Robot Chicken.
It was after Robot Chicken, or it was after Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah, that was
And I
early 2000s kid talk. That's really late.
Yeah, and so like I would watch a little bit of Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah.
And even that was too weird for me, so I'd like tap out and head out. Yeah. As soon as it got to Squidbillies, I was like, I'm out of here.
Squidbillies was too far for me.
That shit was weird as fuck. I could never watch an episode. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah.
It kind of scared me. Same thing with Venture Brothers.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what's happening. I need to leave.
Never saw Venture Brothers either. I never saw like the other Adult Swim shows.
Venture Brother actually has some really funny moments.
I've seen clips.
Have you seen the car clip of Venture Brothers?
No.
It's
Venture Brothers cool? Question mark.
Kinda.
Okay.
Because like there's like a scene where it's like this like buff dude. He's like one of the main characters.
I know that.
Yeah, he's one of the main characters. Yeah. So he like looks back. He's like standing in the middle of the road. There's like a car driving, like zooming in the distance, like towards him. He looks back and he just sets his arm up like this, sets his hand like this in the air, squats a little bit, and then he just stares forward. And then the car drives into him, and he goes through the windshield and lands perfectly in the driver's seat, like driving like this, just, and he fully takes over the car. So
he's like he's gearing up to.
Yeah, he gets into position for the car to crash into him, and he goes through the windshield and lands perfectly in the seat, doesn't move, and goes.
That's funny.
Drives.
It's
really good scene.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
I'll see if I can find it for you.
But yeah, so that fucker who made the Juan the gardener.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Never fucking coming. Not welcome in my fucking.
He always
house.
did those videos where it's like, it's easy, senor.
And then you know what's crazy is then you go out in the world. You know, you get out of your little bubble, and then you catch white people fucking going, "Si, senor."
Yep. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. You know. And then you're like, well, I want to get offended, but I can't because we gave it to you. We gave you the keys.
Yeah, and it's. Do you remember that guy? That is that Asian dude. And all he would do was like the stereotypical Asian content, and it really was like.
It wasn't De La Ghetto, was it?
Not Timothy De La Ghetto.
No,
he's chill. I think I don't know.
Well, but the people he would work with. They would do stuff like that.
See, yeah, but the kid that I'm talking about, he was young. He was a younger kid, but like he would do the voice and everything and all that stuff. But like, you would hear him talk, and it's like that's not how you sound. You'd sound like you're fucking from like New York. Like, what are you talking like?
Filthy Frank.
Yeah.
Another one right there.
That was the whole edge content, but it was not cool. Let me show you this scene real quick.
Yeah.
They can't hear it. Don't worry.
Yeah. This is looking really cool. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool.
He falls into it too, which is really
There's
funny.
a funny bit I saw that show where it's him at like a gun range, like he's taking a test to be a federal agent or whatever.
Okay.
And they're like, he's at the range, they're firing. He goes, "All right, we're gonna test your accuracy with the gun." He goes, "I don't use guns. I don't use guns." And he fucking just goes through the range with his knife.
Oh yeah. Is it that right there?
I think maybe so. And it's like flashing in and out, fucking like to a war turn. He's like being fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And then like the agent that was like ranking him goes, "Wait, you're Samson?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm General Sanderson's son." He goes, "Oh, I used to babysit you."
Oh, he's old.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
You cried a lot when you were a kid.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. So Venture Brothers, cool.
Now, Joseph, do you have anything else you want to say?
We got a little uncool here at the end.
A little bit, but you know.
But I mean, we started off super cool.
What's cooler than just doing whatever you want though?
That's true. Not playing by the rules.
Not playing by the rules.
See, we established the cool rules. Now we're not doing it.
Fuck the man.
You know what's really not cool?
What?
Going to the Minecraft movie and throwing popcorn all around.
That is annoying. Don't
cause
problems for.
You know what's really not cool?
What?
Going to the Minecraft movie.
Whoa!
Yeah,
I kind of want to go see it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna review that.
Oh shit! Lava.
I'm stumped for ideas up here. It's either I write something really good or
you go watch the Minecraft movie,
or I fucking no. Like I mean, either I write something like a script really good, or I come up with an idea for this. Can't do two things at once.
That's fair.
So
you can't multitask that stuff.
Can't do it.
We gotta watch the next samurai movie also.
Oh, can we talk about how cool that ending to that first one was?
Yeah, we're watching a movie. It's called the Samurai Trilogy.
Which I think were TV movies.
Were they TV movies?
They give me the vibe that they were.
Maybe.
Like
they're
Japanese TV movies.
They're old though, so I think those were
and
probably
they're kind of a little long too.
I think they were theater movies.
Yeah.
I think they're just old.
We could actually look it up and just realize. But anyways, it's this movie about this wild guy. He's fucking like he's literally he causes so much trouble. He's rambunctious. He's fucking played by Toshiro Mifune.
Mm-hmm. Toshiro Mifune.
Of Yojimbo fame.
Yes. Maybe things before that, but I don't know.
Yeah, lots of things.
You okay, buddy?
Got a little cough going. Oh, you might have to pick up. I got to cough a little more.
Steve lava chicken, yeah, it's tasty as hell. Ooh, mamacita, now you're ringing that bell.
Anyways,
there you go.
Mifune fucking plays this character. He's like a wild man. He's like Wolverine, you know, a little bit. You know, he's wild, he's reckless, but he's really good at swinging a sword.
He fucking
put him in a room with 12 people. He walks out.
He walks out chilling
all the times.
Yeah.
There's so many times in that movie where he's surrounded, and you're like, oh, this is it. They got him. Nope, not at all.
He's going crazy, and he is kind of like feral.
Yeah,
when he fights,
like he's barely like a person, and that's the main motif of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's like quenching that wildness and controlling it.
I think because it's a Japanese film, I think there's a lot of like there is a monk in it who I believe is a Zen Buddhist.
Yeah.
And so like I think part of that movie is like just like kind of like a pushing of the teaching of Zen Buddhism of like you can find like peace.
Stop being reckless.
Yeah, and like
and the
going
character
on the proper path.
The character does find peace in a way.
Because
this is the first trilogy
that we know so far.
Yeah.
And so, dude, the way that movie ends though is fucking sick.
If it was me by myself, I think I would have cried.
Dude, he leaves this girl that.
So this girl helps him escape, and then they split up, and then he goes back to the monk, and the monk kind of like, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I might be misremembering. And then like he's like clean cut now,
mm-hmm.
clean shaven, and he's roaming now. He's like, but roaming not like in a wild, like a wolf going through the forest. He's walking.
He's just walking a path now.
He's walking the path. He's following her, and he sees this girl, right, that helped him escape. And she's talking. She's like, "Oh yeah, like I need to get out of here. Like this is not."
It's his ex best friend's fiance that he left her for some two women that accused the other dude of rape.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that.
The whole thing, I think a theme in that movie is like resisting like your like carnal desires.
Yeah, because the character, the samurai character that we're talking about,
like women keep trying to fuck him,
and he's
like, no,
yeah,
don't do it. And then he goes takes like a cold bath.
Literally takes a cold shower. It's funny as fuck.
Takes a cold shower in a river.
Yeah, but anyways, like so they're talking, and he's going like. Yeah, like, well, I'll get you out of here. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
He goes, meet me here at the bridge tomorrow at, like, dawn or, like, high rise or whatever. And then, like, the woman goes up to the bridge.
She sees that he carves.
In the bridge, there's a little carving. Goes, I'm sorry.
And then it slow fades.
Slowest fade you've ever fucking...
Beautifully. Him just... slowly walking into the horizon, and her crying.
Not on the path.
Not on the path. Yeah, walking through like the field. Yeah.
And
he
like
stepped off the path.
The music's playing, and it's so like
beautiful.
Like I'm getting I'm getting goosebumps now thinking of it.
It's a really good ending.
It's awesome. It's so fucking cool.
I need his fucking ex-best friend to get some comeuppance though.
Well, the next one's called Duel at Ishijin Castle or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
dude, he because that dude, he fucking leaves his fiance to cheats on her with 2 random women who rightfully saved them from a war.
Yeah.
But it's like, cheats on her after the other girl, the girl tries to fuck, Toshiro Mifune.
Yeah.
But the friend tries to rape her.
Yeah.
But then the girl throws herself at the other guy, but the best friend tries to rape the girl.
Yeah.
And it's like, then the mother of the girl tries to throw herself at Toshiro Mifune's character, and then he rejects her, and then she accuses him of rape to his best friend and her daughter.
Yeah.
And then she's like, we need to get out of here.
Yeah.
And then they ditch him. His best friend had no alliance to him.
No.
His
They
best
had just survived the war together.
Saved him from war. Dragged him to safety.
Was willing to die. He's like, I'm just leave me here. I'm dead.
Yeah. Fucked. He needs to die.
He needs to die, yeah. Do you think
he needs stopped?
Because the best friend is a really bad swordsman.
Yeah, he's also really bad, yeah.
Do you think he's gonna get good?
I don't think so, but I think that Toshiro Mifune's character is probably gonna hold back.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I think it's that holding back that's gonna
get him hurt and
either get him hurt or prevent him from actually doing something.
Yeah.
What's the third movie called? Because it's the Samurai Trilogy.
Duel at the Beach?
Duel at the Beach?
No, it's not. Final
Something
Showdown?
in Temple? I don't know. Actually, we have Google.
Yeah, Samurai Trilogy.
Samurai Trilogy. It's Samurai 1, Musashi Miyamoto. Samurai 2, Duel at Ichijoji Temple.
And Duel at...
And then Samurai 3, Duel at Ganryu
Island. Ganryu.
These each came out 1 year after each other.
That's why I think they're TV movies.
I don't think they're TV. It's based off of a novel. Based off a novel. Choreography.
No, they were movies.
Yeah, the Academy Awards. They're just old.
Yeah.
Runtime of all 3 movies is 303 minutes. That means each one is like around an hour and 40 minutes.
If you have the time, it's on Max. Check it out.
That's on Max. Now here's the other thing that I kind of film nerded out about for it too. It's all in 4:3. Was this one in 4:3 actually?
Yes, it was. No. Yojimbo was 16:9.
Yojimbo is 16:9, but this one is in 4:3 aspect ratio, which means it's a square.
Yeah.
So they do a lot of things framing wise.
Did we talk about this already?
We might have.
I feel like we did.
Anyways, go watch it.
Yeah.
It's also an hour and 20 minutes.
Not a lot of this is gonna make it, I feel.
We'll cut it down. Hey, I can still release it on Monday, tomorrow, but I'll have a little time to edit it.
There we go. All right. This has been, we'll get to it, After Hours.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Keep it cool.